Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Nick from MMA Pixels here with Carmen Milagros. How you doing, Carmen?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Doing great. You're going to be fighting for Valor Fighting Challenge 54 on the 19th of January against Tabatha and Watkins. This will be
Yep.
your pro debut. You've had a few amateur fights. Anything different leading up to this fight, being a pro?
No, I think everything's a growing process. Get a little bit better, more comfortable. Um, I think that's how it is. Just growing in general.
When you started MMA, you had your first amateur fight. Did you have a goal? Like, did you know when you were going to turn pro?
Um, no, I didn't know exactly when I was gonna turn pro, but I did want to turn pro rather quickly because I knew that the first couple fights were gonna be easy and just like people with not much technical kind of background. So I did want to go pro because I felt like that was my challenge.
Okay. Do you have like a one combat background like wrestling or jiu-jitsu, or did you just start in MMA?
No, I have a background of wrestling. I wrestled in high school and collegiate.
Okay. And so I know high school you probably wrestled against boys, correct?
Correct.
And then what about college? Do they have women wrestling, or is it?
Yeah, there was women's wrestling in a couple universities, but I ended up coming out to University of the Cumberlands here in Kentucky. And it was a good experience. A lot of training and just growing as an athlete.
Right. I'm sure that's a experience a change from going from like just a high school wrestler to being a full-time collegiate wrestler.
It was great though. I really enjoyed it.
Um Obviously the commitment and everything. Are you able to bring that into your MMA career? Are you able to train as hard as you did then?
Yes and no, because it's different. Give me 1 second because my baby girl is right here. Let me get her
I
out of the room real quick. Okay.
Where do you currently train at?
Right now I am training at the gym in Knoxville. It's called Knoxville Martial Arts Academy, and we use the KMAA acronym to kind of shorten it up.
KMMA.
No, KMAA.
Oh, see, my brain's just MMA automatically.
I know, me too. That's what I used to say, like KMMA, but it's not that way.
Is that where you started your MMA career at?
Yes, that's where I started, and I've stuck there because I really did research a couple gyms before I joined, and I stuck it out there. I really liked the people, and I enjoyed their personality and characters there.
And so who are some of your training partners?
I have Emily Geddes, Taylor Turner, Christina Ricker, Olivia Parker. I have a couple more, Shanna, call her Shanimal. And I have Sarah. There's a lot of female fighters out there, so we could really get a good look out of different people. So I enjoy it.
Right, yeah, that's got to be a benefit having like a lot of female fighters, active fighters, probably like
hmm
around the same skill level, right? Like, I mean, there's a lot of your teammates competing on this card.
Yeah, there's a lot of us, 9 of us competing on this card.
And
Mhm.
wow, nine, that's a lot. Is that like your whole gym, or is there more?
No, we still have more fighters.
Okay, and like you have people in the UFC, Bellator, or are you guys, the rising
Yeah,
stars?
we have a couple of our girls fight for Invicta. We have a couple of one of our guys fight for Bellator. One of our main people is Vince. I call him Vince, but his fancy name is Saint Peru. Vince Saint Vince Saint Peru, but I just call him Vince. And he's in the UFC and he's fighting on the card that who's a lot of crazy people are fighting, but I just know him because that's all I care about. But it's a big card. I think it's the same card that T Day TJ's fighting on,
Oh,
Dillashaw, and so he's on that card.
oh yeah, that'll be the first ESPN card.
Yeah, so it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. I was just talking to Jason King, and he mentioned OSP, and um,
OSP,
yeah,
they're his other name. Yeah.
yeah, he was saying, it's a real benefit to have someone who's already in the UFC to kind of like already proof of concept, know what it takes to get there.
Hmm.
I'm sure that probably does the same thing for you as well, right?
Yeah, it does. He's a bigger guy, so it feels like it's a little bit different, but I think the journey's the same. If you put the work in, you kind of you get the results.
Right.
So, yeah.
You mentioned Invicta. Like, I don't know. Would you prefer going to Invicta over UFC? Or does that not make sense to you?
Whoever wants to pay more, I want to be there.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
not I don't know the people to choose where I would rather fight under. So maybe if I get a feel of the people that I have to work with and if it's better or worse to work with one or the other.
Right.
I wouldn't know right now.
Right. So, like, how often are you training right now?
Maybe 5 times a week. Try to get at least 2 days out of the week with a break.
Was that like your training schedule when you were amateur, or did you ramp it up for being turning pro?
Nope, always been the same.
Right on. So it seems like you got a pretty good handle on how you're going to do things moving forward, like how you do your camps and everything. I'm sure the weight cut's probably right on point as well.
Hmm. Yeah, I just what it is, part of it. In wrestling, you have a bunch of weight cut too, so it's been a part of my life for a couple years. Yeah.
Right on. Anyone like helping you out for this camp specifically?
Yeah, my personal trainer, Taylor Turner, which she's actually fighting also, so we have to kind of work together. Just me being responsible on my end, and she checks in on me, make sure my weight's going good and everything. So, um, that's who helps me out with my weight cut.
All right, that's awesome. I don't want to jinx anything, but hopefully I'll speak to her later today.
Yes.
Um, any sponsors you would like to shout out?
Um, just Tailor Made, which is my personal trainer. KMAA, obviously my gym. Um, what's it? The Berg's Customized Cakes. It's a little cake shop, and Total Ascent. Um, all those Frankie's Body Shop. All those people, just that support me and just motivate me in the aspect of companies and stuff like that.
Oh, that's great. That's a lot of support. It's got to help out a lot. Um, where can the fans connect with you on social media?
They could connect with me on my fighting page, MMA fighter Milagros Carbajal, I believe. And on Instagram, I'm under Fighting Alongside Jesus, but you could still type my name in and it'll pop up Milagros Carbajal. And I think that's what I have. Just Instagram and Facebook.
All right. One more thing before I let you go. It's January 2019. You have a fight coming up this month. Where do you see
Mhm.
yourself January 2020?
January 2020. Um, Hopefully on a big promotion. Yeah. I think I'm able to do that. I have the ability, and I think that's what I'm going for.
All right. Thank you. Making her pro debut, Carmen Milagros, January 19th, Valor Fighting Challenge 54. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.